Welcome to the Path to Mindset Mastery. My name is Brad Bizjack. I'm a mindset strategist and coach, inspirational speaker, and creator of Appreciation Academy. And I help online business owners break through all the negative self-talk, preventing their dreams. And I have a question. Do you ever feel like you don't have nearly enough time to get it all done? Almost like your time seems to disappear and you don't know why or how. And then on the days that you do have a lot of time, you get nothing done. And like you have to take a look at your to-do list. And even if you do complete it, you still feel hollow and empty inside. And on some days, it's like you have no time at all, but you crush everything and you're like, why does that happen? And you don't get it. But most days are filled with overwhelm and feeling like you're behind, right? I did the same thing. I felt like I needed to get up at 4 a.m. if I was ever going to get anything done, and I just didn't get it. I was always overwhelmed. I always felt behind. And even if I got it all done, I just felt so much anxiety because I had to do it again tomorrow. It was like this perfection and guilt loop over and over and over. And if I screwed up a Monday, I'd be stressed all week. And then even if I did have free time to get something done, that's when I procrastinated. So I used to wear busyness on my sleeve as a badge of honor without realizing that busyness is not a badge of honor. It's an excuse. I thought that if I felt busy, I'd feel important, but I got nothing done. And so I felt overwhelmed instead. And fast forward to now, and sure, I work hard and I have commitments on my calendar more than I have ever had in my life right now. I have 3 branches of a business, about to open a 4th. We're in multiple countries, all these things, amazing gifts that I'm very grateful for and very blessed to be able to say that. I'm not sharing that to impress you, or I'm sharing that to impress upon you that I'm not nearly as busy as I made it out to be before. I have more commitments than I've ever had in my entire life right now, and I'm the least busy that I've ever felt in my entire life right now. How the hell is that possible? So I'd like to give you that same gift and teach you how. So first off, please realize that work-life balance is bullshit. Work-life balance is a myth. It is not possible because think about it. Does building your business require more time and focus than building a successful marriage or relationship? Let you ponder that one for a second. Does building your business require more time and focus than building a successful marriage or relationship? Of course it does. Now, I'm not saying that focusing intentional effort on your marriage isn't important. It absolutely is so important. It's saying that things in your life don't take equal amounts of time to master. And to think that they should be balanced and equal is setting you up to suffer because you spend too much time in one area of your life, you'll feel unfulfilled in other areas of your life. So instead of going for work-life balance, go for work-life integration. It's about finding the correct priorities in your life and giving them the appropriate amount of focus. So let's talk about this from a mathematical perspective. I'm going to take you through an exercise to show you how much time you actually have in the day. You got to ask yourself, how is it possible for Richard Branson, who owns over 300 companies, to have enough free time to live an amazing life? Or how is it possible for Tony Robbins, who owns over 50 companies, to live an amazing quality of life with his wife and kids and family? How is that possible? How is it possible for someone who has a full-time job to build a life-changing business and someone who doesn't have kids or a family not have enough time? How is that possible? It doesn't make sense at all, does it? It's just a matter of where your time is going. So let me take you through an exercise. There are 168 hours in a week. Put this in your notes, 168 hours in a week. And let's say you spend 49 of them on sleep. Let's just assume 7 hours a night, most likely less, sometimes more, whatever. But let's just go with 49 hours, 7 times 7, right? So 168 minus 49, that's 119. Then let's say that you work 7 days a week, also unlikely, for 8 hours a day. So that's 56 hours. Unlikely, but let's go worst case scenario. 7 hours a day, 7 days a week, 8 hours a day. That's 56 hours. So let's subtract 56 hours from 119 and you get 63 hours. Then factor in transit time from work. I figured 7 hours a week, but it can be whatever you want, right? So subtract 7 from 63 and you get 56 hours remaining. Then let's factor in housework and cooking and cleaning. I put 13 hours a week or so. I think that's fair. You can put whatever you want. But that leaves you with 43 hours. Then factor in 20 hours a week, or just under 3 hours a night, for family time. That's pretty realistic, right? This leaves you with 23 hours. And if you spend 3 hours a week on your workouts, that will leave you with 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week to build your dreams. Is it possible to build your dreams in 20 hours a week? Absolutely. If you take weekends off That is 4 hours a day during the week. But here's the thing. Not everyone has a full-time job. Not everyone works 7 days a week. Some people are stay-at-home parents, and obviously the kids take time. But you definitely can factor some time back in. So if you take back your 7 days of working 8 hours plus commute time, that adds 63 hours back into your schedule. That's 83 free hours a week, or 11.9 hours per day. Where does the time go? 11.9 hours per day. I want you to do that exercise for your own life. And we say we don't have time to build our dreams. It's not true. It's not possible. We all have time to build our dreams. It doesn't make sense to say that we don't. So where does your time go? Just like with budgeting money, if you don't know exactly where your dollars are going, they will disappear. Write that down. If you don't know where every dollar that you earn goes, it will disappear. If you don't know exactly where your time is going, your time will disappear. So you need to do this exercise for your own life and figure out how much free time you have during your week. It will blow your mind. But we need to prioritize our life, because if you have a ton of free time, it actually causes you to be less productive. Have you ever noticed that on the days where you have a ton of free time, you're actually way less productive? That happened in my life. When I had so much free time, I got nothing done at all. So either way, there needs to be time in your day when your mind is actually not focused on your business. So write this down. Completely unplugging from your business will lead to higher productivity. Completely unplugging from your business leads to higher productivity. Sounds back-asswards, right? Like especially in America, like you get this whole must work your ass off 24/7 to get your dreams. No, you don't. No, you don't have to work your ass off to get your dreams. You got to work hard. You got to have consistent intentionality, but you don't need to be on 24/7. If you're on 24/7, you're going to lead such an unproductive life. So it sounds back-asswards, but it's true. If your focus is on your business all the time, you're actually going to be way less productive, way less creative, and way less inspirational. So think about what it shows the people you're trying to inspire. If you're in network marketing and you're trying to inspire people to join your business, but they can see that you're always focused on your business. You respond to messages right away. You're posting 5 times a day. You're commenting and liking stuff all the time. They see that you're on there and they're already busy with their parenting and their job and everything else. Why would they want to join something that takes all of your focus and attention? They'll never want to join you because you're trying to market a life by design when clearly you're slave to your business. It doesn't make sense. You feel so much more refreshed and alive if you take time unplugged from your business. It'll be incredible what happens if you choose to unplug. I promise you, you need to schedule time to unplug completely away from your business. And it takes 30 minutes to get your mind off of it. If you take your phone, put it in the other room, laptop in the other room, it takes you 30 minutes to really get your mind off of it, maybe a little bit longer in the beginning. But eventually you'll get your mind off of it and it will feel so good and you'll get all your stuff done so much earlier. What would life look like if you had a full day of free time and you already did your business tasks? That's the life you're trying to build. Then you could actually live the life of freedom that you pretend to currently have. It'll be so inspirational to other people. So how do you take control of your time? Let's talk about that. How do you take control of your time? You take control of your time by taking control of your focus. Your time is a result of your focus. One of the main reasons you feel like you don't have free time is because you try to do more than one thing at a time. My mom used to say that she could discipline us kids, listen to the radio, eat food, smoke a cigarette, and talk on the phone all at the same time. And there's probably a couple more things in there. I see so many moms that I coach talk about how they're great multitaskers, but here's the thing. No, you are not. You are not a great multitasker. In fact, nobody is a great multitasker because it is physically impossible to multitask. It is literally impossible to do it. All you do is switch tasks back and forth between each one. So that car ride I was in with my mom probably wasn't the safest thing in the world when I was a kid, but you get the point, right? So the same thing happens in your business. When you focus on inviting, following up, Facebook dings, notifications, text messages, training videos, before you know it, the day disappears. Have you ever tried to watch a movie while inviting? It takes you so much longer to invite to your business if you're watching a movie while you're doing it. So do an exercise with me. This will prove to you that this is correct. Draw 4 horizontal lines on a sheet of paper going across. So one, then the next, then the next, then the next. And on the first line, I want you to time yourself and see how long it takes you to write the numbers 1 through 19 in a row. Just do it 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 19 on that first horizontal line. And time yourself as you do it. Click timer and then go. Time it. And pause me and just try it out. So you go and just pause. Okay, we're back. And on the second line, you're gonna do the same timer thing, but you're gonna write the words, multitasking is a myth. Okay, so now we have our time of how long it took us to do the first line. On the second line, you're gonna write multitasking is a myth on the second line, okay? And so time yourself, write it out, multitasking is a myth, and time yourself to see how long it takes. Pause me and do that now. Okay, so now on the third and fourth line, you're gonna switch between lines 3 and 4, and you're gonna write 1 through 19 and multitasking is a myth, but you're gonna alternate between number and letter, number, letter, number, letter, number, letter, number, letter, number, letter, number, letter, on 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, on lines 3 and 4, right? So 1M, that's how you do it, 2U, all the way through to the end. And you're just gonna switch between numbers and letters, and when you do it, time yourself and see how long it takes. And pause me now, do it right now. See how long it takes to switch between that third line and that fourth line, going 1 through 19, multitasking is a myth, but alternating between the two. Ready, go. How much more time did it take you to do it? Insane, right? What I find with most people, that with line 1, it takes them about 8 seconds, line 2, maybe 12 seconds. Lines 3 and 4, when they do it, it's like 45 seconds to a minute. So it's like 2, 3, 4 times as long to do what could have taken you, if you just did one thing at a time, it would have taken you so much less time, like way under half the time. This is why you feel like your time disappears. It's because multitasking is literally impossible. You switch tasks, when if you would just focus on one thing at a time, you would get through so much more, so much quicker. And if you took nothing else away from this entire podcast episode, that lesson alone can 10x your productivity. It'll be incredible how much you get done because you won't drain your energy and be frustrated. You'll feel more energized and you'll get so much more done in a day than you normally do in 2 weeks. So let's dive into why to-do lists make you frustrated. Have you ever completed a to-do list and you still felt unfulfilled? Like you got everything done, but you still felt empty inside? There is a reason. And at the same time, haven't there been times when you've gotten like 2 or 3 things done on your list and you felt so freaking productive and on fire? Why is that? It's because when you were focused on your to-do list, you focused on what was urgent and demanded. When you completed the 2 or 3 things that left you fulfilled, you focused on what was actually important. That's the difference. Time gets so much easier to manage when you no longer let urgency control your life. So here's what you do. You pick an outcome. When you sit down to work, like, what do? Do you just do a to-do list? Like, what if you start each of your work days with, what result do I actually want? Like, if you just pause for a minute and said, what result do I actually want? Then you take action that's actually important that leads you to the outcome you want that day. Because chances are, most of the time that you're focusing on your to-do list, you do the easy stuff first, and by the time you get to the stuff that actually matters, you feel drained and no energy left. But if you start with what's most important to get you to the outcome that you want that day, you feel proud of yourself, you feel energized, and you crush through so many more things. It is so powerful, but it can go so much deeper than that. In fact, in my course Appreciation Academy, I teach you how to be a master of your time on a whole new level. I take you through a system over the course of multiple lessons, multiple days, that allows you to get more done in one day than you used to do in 1 or 2 weeks. It'll be incredible. Like, what could you achieve if you were truly a master of your time? How much more present would you be with your kids, your family, and how bigger would your business be, your bank account be? I barely scratched the surface today. So for anyone that thinks that their situation is different, how many times have you heard someone say that? But Brad, you don't understand my situation. That is a victim mentality to life, and you will never get ahead if you keep thinking that. It does not work. Your situation is not any more complex or less complex than other people that have gone through this too. So for anyone that thinks their situation is different, it is simply not true, and you will quickly learn why. So If you know that mastering this area of your life, along with your emotions, your patience, your frustration, your anxiety, your forgiveness, your negative self-talk, switching around your limiting beliefs is important, then I highly encourage you to dive into Appreciation Academy. I offer 50% off the program for anyone listening to this podcast today. All you got to do is head to appreciationacademy.com and use the promo code podcast, all one word in all caps, at the checkout for 50% off of both the payment plan or the full pay option. So even if money is tight, you can find a way to make it happen. It is worth every single penny, I promise you that. And obviously, I have personal incentive. You can ask any one of my clients. It is a life-changing program. So I hope you got a lot out of this today. Dive into Appreciation Academy, but I hope you start to dip your toe into the idea of how much free time you actually have. It's gonna be incredible how much productivity you can really have in your day. You will get so much more done at work, you'll get so much more done in your business, you'll be such a more present parent and in your relationship. And so much more. You'll get so much more done if you learn how to master this. You'll change so many lives and you'll build the business of your dreams and have so much free time for everything else. So check out Appreciation Academy. Again, that's appreciationacademy.com. Promo code podcast, one word, all caps, at checkout for a 50% discount. It is life-changing. And make sure you share this podcast with someone that needs to hear it today. Screenshot this, share it on your Instagram story, share it with your team. It can truly benefit everyone to master their time, right? Can you imagine the retention you'll have on your team? It'll be incredible if they start seeing the results that they want in a limited period of time. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning into the Path to Mindset Mastery. My name is Brad Bizjack. Go out there today and every day, master your time and live your life with a genuine smile on your face. You have the time to do it. I'll see you next week.